All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, welcome to Bhinneka Toastmasters regular meeting. Before we start the meeting, let's have our attention, all of your attention, to following videos. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the club president of Bhinneka Toastmasters, Marendra.
Yeah, thank you, Sani. Thank you, Sani, with your short video that's telling us, especially to dear guests, what it's all about in online Toastmasters. And I'm very happy to see you all here. And I've noted that there are friends from Toastmasters clubs that involved in role takers today. It is Timer, Nelly. It's nice to meet you. I'm very hope that you are happy. And
yes,
also we have
of course.
members in us, we have Amalia, Saini, Dian, Vivi, we have Natalie, we have Pipit, we have Dini. That's very good news. And for your information, that Bhinneka Online Toastmaster is a happy online club, meaning that we are do our best to all together in a teamwork to ensure that this online club is still surviving across the centuries ahead. So I hope that each of you somehow can bring your friends, family from across the globe, from a remote area, including myself, to join this club, because it is the solutions for people like me, which are trapped in the middle of the jungle, to stay able to join an online English Toastmasters Club. Well, not further ado, I would like to ensure that each of you know the special recipe that we have. Well, in Bhinneka Online Toastmaster, we have a motto, or we have a vision and mission, kind of something like that. It is called ABC. It is appreciate our club members and then build each other up and also celebrate our successes. I hope each of you that has an idea, a concrete idea or intangible idea how to make Bhinneka Online Toastmaster even bigger, better, and happier, just let us know. The ESCO and the club are welcome for all the inputs, especially that will help us growing together and much better. For not further ado, I would like to let you know that in Toastmasters, there's a Tom, Toastmaster of the meeting. She or he has a responsibility to lead the meeting from the opening until the end, and hopefully by her role today, Dian, Vivi, we will know how this theme and word of the day and all this meeting today can be enjoyed very much, and each of you can get some things before you sleep. Okay, I would ask Natty. Natty, do you know this online meeting from which member?
From, I know Natalie.
So you got it from
I-
Natalie. Natalie told you to be.
No, just from the WhatsApp group
From
actually.
Pipit.
Oh yeah, I know
Okay.
Pipit as well. From
Okay.
Pipit, yeah.
Feel very happy to see you, to have you here,
Thank you.
Mary. And I would like to give the control to our Tom. I think it is Tom that you can handle this one and do your magics. So our Bhinneka Online Toastmaster meeting today, Sunday, 2nd of April, 2023, run smoother, healthier, and funnier. Time is yours, Tom. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. Today, I am your Tom, Toastmaster of the meeting. As our president said that my name is Dian, and I would like to welcome first a special guest or our timer Nettie, yeah, because she is a member from SCT. Yeah.
STC.
Yes, you see, okay. And for all the members and guests, I hope you will enjoy our meeting today. And as I state and as I written in the agenda, there are 4 main parts of the meeting today. First, prepare speech. The prepare speech where we have a member who will deliver speech based on their projects. And the second, staple topic master, where member and guests can practice their thinking and speaking in their field, or we can say impromptu sessions. And the third is the speaker evaluation, where the evaluator will evaluate the prepared speakers. And the last is the report from the GE. But this evening is special because we have a 2 session led by Natalie. Okay. Our theme today is about personality. Personality is your unique of behaviors, experience, feelings, and thought that patterns that make you. And our work
Wait, Dian froze because I entered. I turned on camera, suddenly she froze.
Toastmaster Dian, are you there?
Her connection may be bad, Net.
Okay.
GE, in the meantime, GE, right?
Well, okay,
Oh, yes,
she's back.
She's coming back, yeah. Hello, Dian.
sorry, unstable connection. Okay. And as a science said that a brain do the jobs very well. The brain process and interpreting information from the eyes. So that's why today we are going to reveal your personality by seeing this picture. Okay. Okay, all of you, what do you see first in this picture? I give you 3 seconds.
I see an abstract.
2, 3. Okay, and you can chat in the chat box. Okay.
Ah,
Only 3 seconds, yeah. Because why? Because why picture? Because pictures is related to the brain. Brain receive information from the eyes. Okay. As the Toastmaster of the meeting, I would like to introduce our GE, Toastmaster Dini, to introduce her team. Please welcome our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Dini.
Hi, thank you, our Toastmaster of the meeting for today. Yeah, I'm very happy to serve you as a general evaluator. And then basically my job today is to evaluate the whole meeting from the beginning till the end. But of course, I will not do it alone because yeah, it will be too overwhelming to do it all alone. That's why I need my fellow team here. And with that, I would like to call upon our first evaluation team member. So let me invite the grammarian for today, TTM Natalie. The screen is yours.
Thank you, our GE Toastmaster Dini Nuris. Hello, everyone. Tonight, I'll be serving as a grammarian. Thank you for following my video. As a grammarian, I will take note of the good usage of language and grammar, as well as something that we all can learn together to improve, be it grammar, phrases, or things that we can consider to enrich our vocabularies and our English conversation. So those are the things I will take note during this meeting, and I will give my report back at the end of the meeting. But before that, in every Toastmaster meeting, we have word of the day. And tonight, the word of the day that's related, closely related to the meeting theme is psyche. I will write down in the chat box after, but psyche means, let me read it for you. Psyche is a noun, the human soul, mind, or spirit. That's the meaning. An example of the use of this word is their childhood made them want to understand the human psyche and to help others. Another example, how does constant losing affect the psyches of young athletes? So those are the example of psyche. So I'm gonna write it in the chat box, and I will encourage you all to use this word of the day. Back to you, Dini.
All right, thank you so much, our grammarian. So basically here, we will get help from our grammarian to enhance our English speaking skills. So don't worry if you make mistakes. DTM Natalie here will help you. All right, now let's move on to the next evaluation team member. I have a counter. So let me invite our counter to Master Rendra.
hey all, it's very nice to see you over here. As an counter, my job will be taking notes your pillars. I will share my screens. I hope you will know what I'm speaking about. Well, by this time, I think that you already see what I'm sharing to you, right? Okay, I will adjust the name according to our attendees of this today meeting, expecting that each of you will have a chance to say in our meeting. Well, for this meeting, I will take notes of the uses of lexical or non-lexical failure. For example, if you are using so in a place that, well, it can be not just not use it, but you insist use it, so I'll count it as a lexical error. It also applied to because, okay, and etc. Well, in the non-lexical terms, I'll be counted repeated word, you know, I see, something like that, and elongated word like psyche was for you elongated this, and tongue click like things that it is not impacted the growing of your sentences. So that's why by the time ended, I mean the general evaluation sessions, the GE will be inviting me and I will give this report to each of you knows what you have made during this meeting. So I advise you, be careful in using English, use as effective as possible and avoid those lexical or non-lexical as best as you can. And I hope this will help you to be a good speaker. I think that's all for my explanation in our counter things, and I give the control back to our GE. It is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rendra. Yeah, basically here we learn not only to speak in front of public, not only to learn how to speak a good grammar, but we also learn how to speak smoothly, flawlessly, without any fillers. And I know it is not easy because sometimes when we would like to catch up some words, and then we stumble upon our own thoughts, and then the fillers are there. But here we will learn that from our fellow Toastmasters in evaluation team. And next, not only a counter and then also grammarian, we also have timer. So without further ado, please help me welcome Toastmaster Neti.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a timer, I will time the table topic speakers' formal speech, I mean the prepared speech, the evaluation, and I also help the education speaker today to give the timing as well. There are 3 different colors that I will show you. Number 1, I will show you the example. Number 1 is green like this, means your speech already eligible. If yellow, your speech is in the middle of the duration of the timer of the speaking. And then red means you have to directly close your speech. The toleration means usually 30 seconds, the toleration. So for the prepared speech, the duration is 5 to 7 minutes. The evaluator is 2 to 3 minutes. And the table topic session is 1 to 2 minutes. Control back to GE.
All right, thank you, our timer. If I may say something about timer is always like one of my, long time nemesis, because why I always go over time in my speech, and actually this is something that I need to work on. So that's why we need timer here to help us to deliver a speech within the given time. And next we have the ballot counter here, our beautiful Toastmaster Sunny. So take it over.
Okay, thank you, Madam GE. Hello, everyone. My name is Annie. Today I will serve as the Zoom host. My job will be like make sure that every one of you here got the best spotlight when you are speaking. Okay, and then I also serve at the bell counter. Since today we only have one speaker, one evaluation, then we will have few table topic speaker. So make sure all of the table topic speaker speaks the best, because if you are eligible, then you will be in the ballots list of mine later on. Okay, I hope that everyone enjoy, and back to you, Madam G.
Yes, that's why we have all the participants here. I hope that you participate later on in table topic session, because we need your names to be in the list so that we can vote for our favorite speaker later. All right, so basically that's all the introduction from our evaluation team members, and then we will go back to you later towards the end of the meeting, and then I will give the control back to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Dian.
Thank you very much, GE Toastmaster Dini, for the introduction with her team. Now, let us move to the next sessions, prepare speech. Today we have only one prepared speech. Is Toastmaster Vivi Amaliawati. Vivi Amaliawati will be evaluated by Toastmaster Pipit. Please welcome Toastmaster Pipit as the evaluator to explain the speech project.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. So the project is evaluation and feedback second speech. Is that correct, Vivi? Vivi?
Hello, Pete. Am
Yes.
I audible?
Yes, evaluation and feedback second speech. Is correct, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. The purpose of the speech is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. Okay. I was a little bit, and for the member to demonstrate their ability to I don't think this is the correct evaluation form that you sent out, Vivi. This is to, okay, no problem.
Evaluation resource second speech.
Yes, okay,
That's
okay. So yes,
the
okay.
correct one.
The purpose is to practice applying feedback and also for the member to demonstrate your ability to apply the feedback given by others. Okay. And then time is 5 to 7 minutes. Then the speech title is Can we change our personality? Can we change our personality, Vivi Amaliawati?
Talking about personality, for the office environment, I would prefer to divide into 4 types. Type 1, the director, person with goal-oriented, risk-taking. Is there any one of you here who belongs to this type? Type number 2, the socializer, person who engages with others with happy, enthusiastic, and maintain relationship well. Type number 3, the thinker, always prepared, logical, and detail-oriented. Type number 4, the supporter, with cautious and task-oriented. In this slide, we deal with people with many personalities. Let me narrow in my office. There are more people with personality like director, thinker, and supporter. Less socializer. What amazed me is how their personality changed when the boss is not around. They change they all tend to be the socializer. Let me give you the example. The IT guy. When the boss is around and we have internet problem, we came to him. Hey, Mr. IT, what's wrong with our internet connection? Seems it's down. We cannot do, sending email, answering the customer call through emails. During the boss year, the IT looks very busy, typing all the time, and just look at us like this. It means that he doesn't want to be disturbed. He doesn't want to be disturbed. He needs time to settle all the problems. How about the finance? Wow, they are very serious. They always searching the data from the SAP system. And whenever the boss asks for the report, they run come to the boss and boss, this is the report that you are requested for. That happens during the boss is around the office. How about if the boss is not around the office? Wow, suddenly the situation changed. Everyone looks happy, like the IT guy. He solved the problem, yes, with smile. No stress at all. He came to us, hey, you know, we have already settled the problem, so you don't have to worry. I just check on the Google, there's funny joke. The surprise, what is the funny joke? You know, I just realized that Beethoven has favorite fruit. You know what is Beethoven's favorite fruit? You look at him. No, he don't know. Then the IT guy said that, you know, Beethoven's favorite fruit is banana. He can make a joke while the boss is not around. Can you imagine? And how about the finance guy who always looking at the computer system doing analysis data? When the boss is not here, he came to us, hey, what do you want for lunch? I can search on the Google with new menu today. So the finance guy become Mr. O, stands for Mr. Online. Looking all the data, analyzing which menu is for today lunch and which platform will give us the discount. My fellow Toastmaster and guests, as you can see, there are a lot of happiness when the boss is not around in my office. So the director, the thinker, the supporter, less to become socializer. I just realized when all of us here wants to change our personality, we need the support system. You need to be calm down. You need everyone to support you, make you happy. Perhaps you also can think whether GrabFood, Shopee Food, GoFood, Ticket.com, what else? Traveloka can support you to change your personality. From example, the director who always think about the goals to become less socializer. And don't forget, in Bhinneka Online Toastmaster Club, we also ready to help you to change your personality. I was a little bit introvert, now I become better in extrovert. Thank you very much. Back to Tom.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster. And thank you for the speech. And now I'm going to check timer report. Toastmaster Neti.
Yeah. So the time is 5 minutes 17 seconds.
Okay. Next, let us move for the next sessions. But later, I will give answers about the picture. What you see first? Okay.
Now lah.
Yeah. Next, later. That's surprise. And I will tell you. And it's correct. It's correct. Especially Pipit and Toastmaster Vivi. You answer Klaus and Finger, right? Yeah. Later I will tell, okay? Now move to the next session is Edu session led by Natali Cahyadi. Please welcome our Toastmaster Natali Cahyadi.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Am I audible and can you see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. I see some reaction. So this is a new segment that we want to apply in Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club, we thought, let's give more value for our club members and for any audience who come to our club meeting. So we thought, let's make a brief edu session. And tonight is the very first edu session. So I thought, let's start from the very basic. And tonight edu session, I picked this topic, the right speech for the right audience. Have you ever felt like, oh my gosh, what should I talk? I have no idea. It's so hard to find a topic. If you are one of those people, write 1 in the chat. And if you're not, write 2. So type. If you are those people, type 1. If you have no problem in finding any speech topic, type 2. All of you type 1. Well, you're in for a treat. So tonight we will talk about how to find a speech topic, where to get the ideas, and also how can we give the right speech for the right audience? What are some factors that we need to consider? So let's roll. Oops. Yes, what should I talk about? Will it be interesting? Have you ever, oh, one more thing. Have you ever shared something your audience cannot really relate? So if all of this are you, then let's go. I believe that each one of us is an idea box. So all of us have so many different ideas internally and from the outside. Ideas are everywhere. When you wake up in the morning, you open your eyes and you went to the bathroom, usually that's when your first ideas strike. And then you go through your day and you met your boss, and like Fifi said, there are plenty of happiness when the boss is not around, right? So you start to have a different ideas, but basically you need to think simple. Ideas are everywhere, but it starts with you. So start thinking about what is the thing that interests you the most. Maybe related to your job, related to your education background, related to your hobby. My mom picked up baking during pandemic. So any baking topics, making cakes, making cookies, making loaf of bread, she will be so interested to listen to. So it's very simple. Start with something that interests you, something that you know pretty well, or something that you enjoy. It's all start with you. Maybe, like for example, Rendra here, he works in energy industry. That could be a good speech topic for him to talk to because he has the expertise on that topic. So start listing and do some little brainstorming of certain things that you can talk to based on your interests, your expertise, and also your experience. And then the next step is to filter it. We might have a lot of things to talk to, contrary to your previous thought, but how to pick a good idea? In my opinion, good ideas trigger us. Does it make us think? Does it make us feel something? And does it urge us to do something? I once heard this, I think it was TED Talk, delivered by, I forgot the name of the professor, but he was a professor in statistics. This was like 10 years ago, but I still remember it vividly even until now. He presented a graph or a presentation. Basically, he just wanted to say how human civilization has changed in the past 200 years from the poverty level and also the income level. But he presented it in such a way that makes me think and makes me feel something. He used the technology pretty well. And I thought, wow, it's a very simple idea, but he presented in such a way that makes me think and also feel something. I was so impressed. So that could be an idea that you can, dig deeper. Another example is when I did deliver my speech, the teacup, back in 2019, 2021. Yes, Hans Rosling. Thank you, Toastmaster Pipit. Another example is when I did deliver my teacup speech back in 2021. The first idea that came to mind was very simple. I was cleaning up storage in my room, and I believe each one of you has done a cleanup in your room or in your house. I was cleaning up my storage, and then I found an old teacup, and I had a conversation with my mom because who store a teacup for 30 years? And that triggered me to think, why would she do it? And after I asked her and we had the conversation, I started to feel regret of the lost times. So those are the clue that, oh, this idea might be worth pursuing for if it makes us think, feel, and urge us to do something. This is a Venn diagram that I would like to share with you. I believe that audience engagement is crucial in delivering the right speech for the audience. Why? Because when your audience engage, then you can feel the energy shift and you can really transfer the knowledge and the value to your audience. In here, when you're finding a speech topic, make sure that, hang on, let me just check, right? When finding a speech topic, make sure that you start with a content that you have personal interest and passion, and then consider your audience. What kind of content that can resonate with your audience? First, things that you are really passionate with. From a book called Talk Like That by Carmen de Gallo, she has analyzed 500 presentations and she found 9 secrets of people who are successful as a TED Talk speaker. The first rule or the first secret was speak what you are passionate about. Because when you are speaking on the topic that interests you and make you passionate, the audience will catch the energy and will catch the passion, and they will feel passionate and interested on the topic as well. So speak what you're passionate about. If you're passionate about protecting animals, then that could be one thing that you can explore. When you are passionate about your topic, you show interest and you show that you care about this, then you are able to build connection from your side to the audience. So connection is like a bridge. Imagine this is a bridge. Bridge is built from 2 sides. This is from your side and this is from the audience side. Now, what about the bridge from the audience side? Make sure that we know our audience. From the previous example, if you're very passionate about protecting animals, but your audience doesn't really care about it, then you need to find a common ground. What can I say that will still interest them, but also still interest me? Maybe not about protecting the animal, but maybe started with things that can threaten our convenience. So you can start by thinking about somewhere in the middle. So for example, if the audience are more into, let's put it this way, protecting the animals, and you want to convince them to go vegetarian or vegan, but the audience doesn't care about it, right? So instead of talking about being vegetarian, vegan, you pick a topic on healthy lifestyle. That's like in the middle ground between what you're trying to say and what might interest your audience, because everyone in the audience must be interested in being healthy. So that's how you build the bridge, making sure that your topic is relevant and appropriate with the audience, because sometimes you don't know who your audience are. For example, this guy over here, he is analytically brilliant, believes in aliens, loses sleep over inefficiencies, and he doesn't care whether he eats meat or non-meat. So with this kind of audience, you can go towards the middle ground and make sure that it's not just something that interests you alone, but also something that can interest them. If you're using an information or informative speech, make sure you quoted research references, just like how I did by quoting the book, because it adds credibility to your talk. So make sure that you quoted either books, newspaper, magazines, publications, journals, or even encyclopedia, or famous people quotes that could do as well. Next, this is something that I want you all to pay close attention to, because only thinking about, so you're building a bridge from your side, and then you're trying to build the bridge towards the audience side as well, right? Considering what is the middle ground, what might interest them. But what makes the speech even more impactful? What makes this bridge, what can elevate this bridge into a different level will be if you have a universal value that brings fresh perspective. What does it mean? So if you only have content that you have personal interest and passion, and also content that resonates with your audience, you have audience engagement. If you have content that interests you and a universal value, it makes you unique. If you have content that resonates with your audience and a universal value that brings fresh perspective, it will make your speech memorable. But if you have all three together, it will be like an all-star creation. So a universal value is pretty much, keep it simple, speakers, KISS with your own twist. So it's a value that everybody can relate to. Things like happiness, family, value, filial piety, hope, perseverance, grit, determination, overcoming challenges. Those are some examples of universal value. But how do you incorporate them to the speech? That is the question that you need to, ponder, and you need to work on while you're writing and preparing your speech. So I believe that if you put the universal value, or in Toastmasters, we call it the message, as the backbone of your presentation, and also, so let's think about the message as the structure of the bridge, and also pick a topic that personally interests you, and the topic that can be relevant or relatable to the audience, then you are able to build audience engagement, bring value and impact to the audience, and also making sure that your speech is memorable and people will notice you as a unique speaker. So, question to ponder. What are some universal values that you want to share with the audience? Something that comes from your personal experience, something that you maybe experienced recently, something that struck you. Or for me personally, I would use certain turning points in my life. Those are some universal values, or the message that we can use and we can leave the audience with. And then after you find that, then you can start thinking, how can you make your speech impactful? And this has something to do with the speech writing, speech delivery, and it might also something to do with how you present your speech. For example, in an office or a company setting, you might only have less time to present your ideas, but how can you make it impactful? It might be by incorporating technologies. It might be by using a certain words that really make the ears of your audience perk up. So think about those different things. And as I said, this is the first edu session. For experienced Toastmasters, you might feel like this is just a refreshment of what you have already known. For the new Toastmasters, I hope this can be beneficial for you to find ideas and to start thinking about your next speeches. So with that, thank you very much. And I welcome any questions later in the chat. Back to you, Toastmaster Dian Fifi.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Natali Cahyadi. Yes, sometimes we confuse when the do, for example, in the Bhinneka, we have to prepare on Saturday. And then we promise, okay, I will give my titles on Thursday, and then on Friday, and then on Saturday, and then on Saturday, what should I do? And then I asked Pipit, our Toastmaster Vivi, what is my title? Yeah, and also Natalie, and they suggest me like this. Dian Vivi, why don't you use your personal story? Yeah, so that's why personal story make you easy to write to for your prepared speech. So that's from Natalie, Pipit, and Toastmaster Vivi. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Natalie. And next, impromptu sessions or table topic sessions. Table topic session should challenge us to think on our feet without any preparations. And please welcome our Toastmaster, table topic master, Toastmaster Pipit Andriani.
Thank you so much. Now, Dian, can you please tell us the meaning of that
okay.
test?
Yes,
I can die from curious.
Okay. So actually, I take this test from the personality test, and for those who answer, so this is some of you, sir. It's finger, hand, track, and orange. Okay. So based on the answer that I got from this picture, if you answer abstract or bright explosions or cave, like abstract or orange wave, then you are a good organizer and leader, such as our President Margarita. Hand of and finger. This is you must be interested in understanding and helping people. Yeah. Always with me when I ask that you are a listener who truly there's problem. And for that a risk taker, nothing is impossible if you have something in mind. So that's the personality test. Okay? Okay, Pipit?
Okay.
No, you can well later, yeah? Okay.
I can sleep
Next.
now.
Yeah,
Good night,
okay.
everyone.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, well, I can declare that I disagree with the meaning. It says if I choose claw, I like helping people and solve their problem because I usually cause the problem. So I'm not sure the meaning of that personality test is correct, but thank you.
That's only the rider Pipit.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, as we know that today's topic is what's your personality? There are so many types of personality tests, right? Actually, Natalie gave me personality test. I am, what is it? MBTI, yeah, not yeah. Wow, it was eye-opening for me. But today I will try to find the one which is not so common, yeah, and then also some others from the internet. So this book is really recommended. I recommended this book to Natalie as well. Is Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance by Angela Duckworth. This book is really phenomenal. I actually just got home from Singapore today, and this book will be implemented in the Singapore curriculum soon. So they will apply the principles of this book in the Singapore curriculum because they want to teach students how to persevere, basically. So, and use a lot of research findings, how to teach perseverance to students or grit to students, okay? Now, so before I give you questions, I will choose someone and give grit. What stands for? Grit is just grit. So grit means the willpower to do something. That's grit. Yeah. Okay. So the other meaning of grit is actually food from Louisiana. So it can be food, can also be willpower. Okay. If it's Fifi, you ask Fifi, grit will be a type of food. Yeah, Fifi loves food. Okay. She usually uploads her food menu every day. Anyway, so I will give you question for everyone first, and then after that, I will choose someone to speak for table topic. Okay. Now I want you to use pen and paper. So because it's rating 1 until 5. So if you disagree, it's 1. If you really agree, it's 5. So can you put 1 in the chat box if you're ready with the pencil and paper? If it's disagree, is it agree? Oh yeah, okay. Nettie is ready. The people ready? Ready? Okay, Natalie ready. Sofiana ready. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Question number 1. Question number 1. New ideas and projects sometimes distract me from the previous ones. You agree or disagree? New ideas or new projects sometimes distract me from the previous ones. Choose 1 if you agree, and salah. 1 if you disagree. Sorry, wrong guys. 1 if you disagree, 5 if you agree. You're easily distracted. New projects coming, then your previous projects is forgotten. Disagree 1, agree 5. Yes, thank you, Nati. Right, so for this question, I would like to invite Sofiana. Sofiana, do you want to be table topic speaker? Yes? From what club are you, Sofiana? Can you unmute, please? Unmute, please. Test.
Hello.
Hi,
I'm
from what club are you?
I'm from Brunei Advanced Speakers Club.
Oh, advanced speakers, guys, be careful. All right, Sofiana, question for you. Have you ever have you ever left your old projects because you got distracted with a new project? Have you ever left your old projects or the old idea because you get a new idea and a new project? Sofiana.
As a working professional, I think we're always bombarded with work in all sorts of forms. Work comes to us as projects, works come to us as requests from our bosses. And very often I'm caught in the trap where I have the dilemma of dealing with the current projects I have or to deal with new ones. Many bosses I work for, when you ask them when's the deadline, they'll tell you it's yesterday. So when that happens, when you're bombarded with a new project, that is my main distraction from what I'm currently doing. Having said that, there's a time where if I am overwhelmed with a lot of work, new and old work coming in, and I'm at a dilemma not knowing what to do, I would have to draw a chart out. Could it be a mind map? It could be a Gantt chart, just to make myself balanced, to keep myself calm, and to look at things in a very holistic way. It's not easy, especially when you get distractions, not just from work, you get distractions from families or having children to bring up, family to attend to and all that. So it can be in all sorts of ways. I try my very best not to be distracted, but very often I get that. Very often I am distracted. And with that, weekends are usually the best, where I have got to find time, sit down and reevaluate everything. And I'm only one person, so I can only have 2 hands, and 1 head. So I try my best and to lay out, to make sure the week after that becomes more productive. Back to you.
Thank you so much. So yes, we are just human. Of course, only have 2 hands and 1 head. Although there are people who have 2 heads at the same time. They are bipolars. Like yes or no, bingung lah. So yes, but I think it's very relatable. Thank you for sharing. And then it makes us feel better because we're not the only one who are easily distracted. Okay, ready for question number 2. Challenges discourage me. Challenges discourage me. I give up easily. If you disagree, 1. If you agree, 5. Challenges discourage me. I give up easily. Disagree, 1, and agree, 5. Then, to continue with the table topic, I would like to call Nettie. Nettie, are you there? Yes. Okay. Rendra, can you help become timer for Nettie?
Sure, let me try.
Yes. Answer in your own paper too, yeah, Rendra. I don't know. Someone reminded you. Yes. Okay, Rendra will be the timer. Nettie, question for you.
Okay.
Have you ever given up on something? Have you ever given up on something? Nettie.
Have I ever given up on something? Of course. It seems that a few weeks ago, I had a case with my student who did a very naughty action. And then some teasing with his friends and teasing, make a joke with his friends, use the charger handphone of his friend to eat a snack for himself. So I sometimes giving up on this. Sometimes it looks so silly action, but sometimes that people will say that, well, this is very easy to be solved. But it's not really easy when the parents already get involved and then other friends define the other friends, and then maybe also there is teachers involved defend a certain student as well. So this simple action, this simple case actually become a big case if we do not have it carefully. So at that time, when we investigated the case, we asked one by one, and then it feels like so difficult for me. If as a homeroom teacher, it's quite difficult to see the objectivity of the case. And seems that I would like to give up this case because it's quite complicated. But at the end, as this is the best for our students, best for the good for everyone, then I have to decide something and then solve it together with many consideration. So never give it up. I always say to myself. Back to you, Titi. Back to you, Toastmaster Pipit.
Thank you so much, Nettie. Oh, Nettie is a teacher as well, yeah? Like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a teacher, sometimes we act like the police. We have CSI, crime scene investigation. Who did this? Huh? No. And then,
Correct.
yeah, there's no CCTV in my class. I left just 30 seconds. Suddenly there was a mess in my class. Anyway, so I get it. Yeah, let's go to the third question. Remember, disagree 1, agree 5. I do not set goals. I do not set goals. Disagree 1, agree 5. Rendra, tulis di kertas. Put it on the paper. Because later you will need to add semua, add blah ya. Right, while waiting, I will call Dini Nuris. Do you want to be the next speaker?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Have you ever felt like, I don't care, I don't have any goal doing this, I will just do it for the sake of it? Have you ever felt like, I don't care, I don't have any particular goal about this, I will just do it for the sake of doing it? Dini.
Okay, let me think. I would say half-half. Sometimes I just do whatever that I want without thinking much about the goal or the outcome later. At other times, yeah, I set a goal. Why do I want to join this? Why do I want to apply for this? Yeah. Sometimes I'm torn between these two sides of me. But in my opinion, having goals is also good because we can be more organized, and then we can structurize whatever that we want to prepare for the activities that we want to join. On the other hand, not having goals is not always bad, in my opinion, because I just want to enjoy my time. I just want to have a fruitful, idle time with something that I like. Like, for example, why do I like coloring? It is not like I want to be a painter or something, but it just makes me feel good. I enjoy it very much, and then I just love it. And then for makeup, why do I love makeup? Yeah, I don't dream to be a great makeup artist or something. This is just something that I do when I joined a theater club back then. So everybody here, don't feel bad if you do something without setting goals. It's not always bad. Just enjoy your time joining those activities, and just remember that, yeah, you only live once. You never know when you will get that opportunity to do that. Back to you, our TTM.
Yes, thank you so much, Dini. I actually agree. Sometimes having no goals is the best way to go. So I remember Steve Jobs' commencement speech at Stanford University. He said when he chose mata kuliah classes in university, he didn't have any goals. So just he took it because he liked it. So that's why he took calligraphy. He didn't even know, he didn't have any goals why to calligraphy. But then this calligraphy became the apa ya namanya? What's the English word for it? The display.
What do you want to say?
No, the one in Apple computer. The like display.
Logo? The logo. The screen background.
No.
Am I?
Something like the layout, yeah. It's very technical. Who is tech here? No one, yeah. Nanti kalau ingat, if I remember, I'll share. So basically the Apple, the Apple computer interface. Yeah, the Apple computer interface was actually inspired by calligraphy class he took in university. He didn't have any goal that time. So I believe in doing something sometimes without any goals. Just like when we lend someone money. It's like no goals at all. Yeah, there's no goal to get it back. I don't know what I'm talking about, but anyway, okay. So that's for number 3. Number 4. I am not a hard worker. I am not a hard worker. Disagree 1. Agree, super agree 5. I am not a hard worker. Disagree 1. Really agree 5. Okay, I would like to invite Rendra, the next speaker.
Okay, Madam Table Topic Masters, go ahead with your questions.
Question for you.
Sure.
Are you a hard worker or not, and why?
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster, especially dear Bhinneka Online Toastmaster, I'm happy to see you. Am I hard worker? Of course not, I am. Well, but if I'm humbly saying that, I betray myself. To be honest to you, I never in a 1 position or 5 positions. I saw always somewhere in a 2 until 4, especially if this question is somehow not mentioning the things exactly that what I'm doing or the project that I have to do. Somehow, in my opinions, I have to prioritize tasks. And when the task is coming, I will work like crazy. For example, for the exam, if you are 6th grade at elementary school, 3rd grade at junior high school, or 3rd grade at senior high school, or before you enter the university. Those always were my crazy moments. I don't want to have friends disturb me. I don't want my parents, everybody disturb me. I'll be focused because my target is getting the best score that I can get. In that is the case, I was the hard worker. Or if I have a project in my office currently, if I have projects, so I am a project manager. I have a members consist of many persons under my leadership. By that case, I will working like crazy. Some people will say, Rendra, you are so crazy. You just give me 4 hours to rest. Is it enough or you need 6 hours? So the option is 4 or 6. But if I don't really have or really tasks that is exactly for me, I'll enjoy my life like the song of Bruno Mars. Today I don't want to do anything, like something like that. So exactly the way that I'm living my life. So if I don't have really things that, in my humble opinion, important to me, so I'll go slow and enjoy the life. Fellow Toastmaster, give the control back to Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, hardworking Rendra. I believe you, Rendra, because Rendra went to a really good university in Indonesia. Yeah, I'm pretty jealous. So there's no way he was not a hard worker. In fact, he could get into a really good university and a really difficult major too. Okay, and he graduated. A lot of people dropped out. So he must be a hard worker. Okay, next one. Question number 5. I have difficulty maintaining my focus when I'm doing my task. I have difficulty maintaining my focus when I'm doing my task. Disagree 1, agree 5. The next question will go to Sani. Ready, Sani? San. She was distracted just now. She was distracted. Before I even asked a question.
I'm thinking.
She was distracted. Okay, ready? Focus, Sandy, focus. Okay, question. What usually distracts you? What usually distracts you, Sandy?
What usually distracts me personally? Well, there are few things that I feel personally distract me. Yeah, the first one, just like I did. Yeah. At the same time, people asking me, call my name, and I was shocked. And then the other, I'm thinking how I'm gonna answer this. Okay, so for the common situation that I feel is like the phone. Yeah, my own phone. So I have a lot of applications. So currently I use my WhatsApp number as my personal number, and also for the working purpose. So I have a lot of groups in the WhatsApp groups. I have many chats from customers. I have many chats coming from friends, from Toastmaster groups, from working groups, and from morning when the day I wake up until the day I went back from the office, I was like, oh my God, there are so many chats coming, asking many things. But then I have to choose. I have to prioritize which chat that I need to answer first. But when there are situations that when I was working very seriously and very focused, but then I felt like, oh, my brain was tired. I have to take a break. And then I go to the personal chat or the Toastmaster chat. I answer them like that. So yeah, I may say that I am easily distracted, but in the purpose that I would like to entertain myself, coming down and just relax. I think, yeah, got distracted also sometimes good for myself. Thank you. Back to you, Madam TTM.
Thank you so much. So now, guys, if it's not important, don't message Sani, okay? Put her. Never stops receiving message from morning to night. Okay, so actually, yes, a lot of us get distracted by phone. There's a famous book called Digital Minimalism. The writer has a personal experience. He had to book a flight from New York to Tokyo, back to Tokyo to New York, just not to be disturbed by other people, by phone. So in the flight, he had to turn off the phone, right, during the flight, and then return back because he wanted to finish his work. Basically, he couldn't help himself. But now that even in the plane now there is Wi-Fi, that become a new distraction for him. But that is how bad the situation if we cannot hold ourselves back from checking our phones. Yeah. All right. So number 6, I rarely finish whatever I begin. I rarely finish whatever I begin. I saw Dini smiling. That reminds her of a lot of her past projects that never finished. Maybe. I rarely finish whatever I begin. Disagree 1, agree 5. Okay, now let's call Natalie. She will compete. Right, Natalie? You'll compete, right?
Yes, madam. Yes.
Okay. So question
The master, the champion.
Champion, yeah. But don't jinx it. She will have to work hard. Okay. Have you ever experienced not finishing an important project? Have you ever experienced not finishing an important project?
Sorry, Pipit, your voice was breaking up. Can you repeat?
Have you ever?
Maybe that's my connection, but can you repeat one more time, please?
Yeah. Have you ever? Wait, I forgot the question. Have you ever experienced not finishing an important project?
Well, nothing more important than family. But of course, nothing more challenging than family. Fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, I used to live with my aunt for 10 years. Now, my aunt, her name is Susie. She is quite peculiar in a good way and in a bad way. In a good way, because she didn't get married, she showed me what I will be in the future if I don't get married. So she motivates me to get married soon. And then in the bad way, she was pretty particular in what she wants to do. And it's so hard to share a house with her. For example, she would always forget to turn off the water tap whenever she turn it on. Or she would use like the detergent, like we are washing the entire army clothes while there was only like 3 of us in the house. So I started to think like 5 years ago, I will change my aunt into a better person because I love her. And I tried my best. I tried to talk to her. I tried to give her some opinions. I tried to bring her to different people so she can have some chat and get some ideas. Years pass, 10 years in total, nothing changed. So this is the project that I did not finish. DNF did not finish until now. And I already am given up on this project. And that made me realize that we cannot change other people. All we can change is ourselves and our response towards a situation or a person. So yeah, there is one project that I did not finish, changing other people, but that also gave me a lesson that we should not try to change other people. Back to you, Pit.
Thank you, Natalie. Yes, I agree. That conserves a lot of energy. Okay. When we try to change other people, the one who is tired is ourselves. The person doesn't even know it. Okay. What a waste of energy. All right. So next one is my interests change from year to year. My interests change from year to year. Disagree 1, agree 5. Okay, let's call Fifi. Do you want to take the chance, Fifi?
Yes, Pete. Can you repeat
Okay.
your question again?
I
was
the
having chat
question
with my
is,
boss.
okay. The question is there any interest that you have left behind? Is there any interest that you have left behind? Fifi?
Is there any interest that I left behind? There is, and it always one. The answer is my diet. Until now, I just plan. When I plan, I just realize my support system doesn't support me. For example, when I inform my friend, hey, I'm planning to do my diet next week. Suddenly, this friend of mine brings me a lot of food every day. She said that, forget about your diet. You know, this is the fried banana that I made by myself for you. So how can I reach it? And even if I join yoga club, I inform my friend, okay, let's have twice a week for exercise. They said that, okay, but after yoga, let's go to the cafe nearby. Just drink coffee. No need to bought the croissant. My fellow Toastmaster and guests, for my case, it is very difficult to do my diet. Believe me, I just talk. But there is no realization until now. Well, who knows, this year I can do it my diet. That's the only thing. Doing my diet is the only thing that I'm left behind from all my goals. Thank you. Back to Tom.
Thank you, Fifi. I think everyone experienced this except for Natalie. Natalie was successful in her diet a few years ago, right, Natalie?
It was in the past.
In the past, so she has left it behind.
Yes.
Yeah, one time she lost 7 kilograms. I was surprised. Like, is she getting taller? In my mind, oh no, she was actually slimmer. But in my mind, she was taller because she lost a lot of weight. Yeah. All right, thank you so much. Now, the last question. But before that, I will just check if Iksana is there. Because if she's there, I will give the 9th question.
Yes, Toastmaster Pipit.
Okay, then I will give you a question after Dian Vivi, okay? Right, Dian Vivi. Oh, wait. Question for everyone first. I am organized. I am organized. 1 disagree, 5 agree. I am organized. 1 disagree, 5 agree. Dian Vivi, question for you. Ready, Dian Vivi?
Yes.
Are you organized or not? Give us the example.
From number 1 until number 10, perhaps I organize number 7. Yeah, so I'm not a perfect organized person, but I try to make some all of organized. Like, for example, my students paper tests. Yeah, so I have to put in the folder one by one because why? Because if missing one, yeah, so my student, I think it is my responsibility. So I have to put all the files in its place. And why I said number 7, not number 8, 9, 10? Yeah, because that's the only excuse, yeah. Because I work until afternoon, and sometimes my house, especially after I cooking, yeah, it's it's not neat. So my husband told me, you are good at cooking, but after cook, you need a helper to clean. So that's why I can say that I number 7, not number 8, 9, 10, because for the wife work as my role as a wife, yeah, I'm not that good as I'm not the perfect organized person. Back to the table topic master.
Thank you so much, Dian Vivi. 7 is pretty good, yeah. A lot of people I know is 5. And I don't mean my students, yeah. Okay, I read a book called The Bullet Journal. It was a really good book, in my opinion, and it helped me a lot to be organized, particularly this year. So if you are interested to learn about organization, The Bullet Journal is a recommended book for me personally. Okay, now last question. I am motivated by other people's achievements. I am motivated by other people's achievements. There are people who are motivated by other people's achievements. There are people who are discouraged by other people's achievements. So which one are you? If you are motivated, 5. If you are not motivated by others, is 1. Okay, and then I would like to call Isana to answer the question. Isana, you ready?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, Isana, question for you. When other people achieve something, are you discouraged or encouraged to achieve the same? Isana.
When people achieve something, actually it make myself become, it encourage me to do it also. I mean, to especially when someone could achieve their goals, when I also have the same goals like them. Because sometimes when we have goals, we will have the face that it's very tired to achieve that because we need more energy, right, to achieve our goal. But when someone could achieve their goals, it makes me feel like if he or she can, why would I cannot make it also, make it too?
So yeah, for me, others' achievement will encourage me to achieve my goals. I think that's all. Back to you.
Oh, Isana, almost, yeah. Just now, exactly 1 minute. So if I were you, I would give example what achievement that you want so others did. Yeah. All right. So everyone, it's time for you to total your score from 9 questions. Personally, total it. After that, divide it by 9. So we need the average. Yes. If you are comfortable, you can share it in the chat box, your score. So total your answers and then divide by 9. Okay, so the higher your score means you are more likely to be successful because you are a perseverant person. Yeah. So anyone would like to, what's your average score? Anyone? Nilai tertinggi is 5 or 4.9 at least. 4.9. 4.9 is tertinggi. Dini Nuris is above lah ya. Above average lah ya. Okay, 2.77, 3.6. It's really hard to be perseverance. Yeah. Anyway, so it's okay not sharing it. I will give you the grid scale in the WhatsApp group later. Yeah. In the meantime, I'd like to give the control back to Tom. Yan Vivi.
Yeah. Pete, if you ask my mom whether she's motivated by other people achievement, she can share in 10 until 20 minutes with me.
Really? Is she motivated or not motivated?
Very motivated.
Very motivated. Ah, that's good lah. But motivate her children, yeah, not herself. Itu lagi anak tangga ya. So good, la. Motivated, but not motivate herself, but motivate the children. Okay. All right. So yes. Okay then. Oh yes, and all right. So Dian Vivi.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Pipit Andriani, for leading table topic sessions, and thank you for all the participants. Next, now we have, okay, now may I have a time report? Okay, already in the chat box, yeah. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nettie. And it is now time for evaluations for each speech. And to begin, and our evaluator is Toastmaster Pipit again, who give the evaluations for Toastmaster Pipi Amaliawati. Again, Toastmaster Pipit, time is yours.
Okay, let me find my note first. Sorry. Okay, I have it. But no time to prepare, yeah.
This is
okay, but I have my note. Okay, so
Is it
timer.
supposed to be GE session?
Yeah, GE session. Let's go GE. Dini?
Well, okay, since it has already started with you, that's okay. You can take it over. After that, I will take the control back.
Okay, I usually lose timer screen, although it's right in front of me, so I will use my own timer. Ladies and gentlemen, which one are you? Are you the director? Are you the thinker? Are you the supporter? Or are you the socialite? Socialite? Sir, yeah, which one? So a really good speech delivered by Vivi, and most importantly, very relevant to today's topic, today's theme of the meeting. Okay, so I even saw some reaction from the audience during her speech. Not only on the screen, I saw some laughing. Yeah, I saw particularly Dini. And then I also saw people commenting on the chat box, try to answer the questions delivered by you. So responses are really good in speech. Sometimes as a public speaker, not getting a response is the most frightening thing. Okay, so whenever we get a response, we need to appreciate it. How? By treating that as an opportunity. Particularly if we want to deliver a humorous speech, the response from the audience can be used as your opportunity to respond back. Like that, Kiki. So you see, I know Dini is laughing because she is actually the director or something. Try to make fun of the audience response because that is actually an opportunity. Now, sometimes it's hard to come up with a response on top of our head, right? But you can also prepare the responses before. So if someone do this, I will answer like that. If someone do that, I will answer like this. There has to be some general predictions about how people will answer. For example, earlier Natalie said, banana, nana. Like that. I knew Natalie would answer that because she, I'm not saying she looks like banana, but she likes banana, something like that. Or do you remember Laya, Vivi, but prepared some reactions to audience responses. The next one is you also were able to make your speech relatable. So particularly all of us here, I'm sure everyone during your speech, they realize, oh yeah, that's me. Because my personality changed when my boss is around and my boss is not around, for example. Yeah. So I think this is also the good point about your speech, how it is relatable. Now go to the feedback. The first one is, I noticed you had a note under you. Yeah, Vivi, this is my first time seeing it. Yeah, did you have a note somewhere to remind you about the speech?
No, actually my mobile phone.
Oh, my
mobile phone I put on the chair next to me.
Oh, okay.
So I
well,
look
that
at
is
the timer.
Oh, well, that's a wrong distraction in my opinion, because it looks like cheat sheet, yeah. And then I don't recommend it because it's supposed to be a humorous speech, so people should not be distracted by your own distraction. Let them enjoy your speech and then not thinking about, oh, she's looking at her note, like that, yeah. I know I'm over time, but I'm the only evaluator, so it's okay. Second one is, I noticed that your ending was so abrupt. When you saw the green light, suddenly you finished your speech. So I don't recommend an abrupt ending like this, because your audience was still enjoying it, suddenly like push the brake like that. Yeah. So try to come up with a smoother ending so your audience will be prepared to also, okay, this is the conclusion, something like that. Do not end it abruptly. Last one, I suggest you to also prepare some body language plans, yeah? At least for the keywords that you will keep saying all throughout the speeches. For example, you can prepare what would be the body language of the director, the socializer, the supporter, and the thinker, something like that. These keywords you said several times, right? So try to prepare a unique body language whenever you say this during the speech. So I hope that will make the speech even more memorable and also more humorous. Okay, now that's it. Thank you so much.
Okay, that's the evaluation by our individual evaluator, DTM PPIT. And now let's move on to the general evaluation by our evaluation team member. Now let us start with the counter. So please, Tusma Surendra, take it over.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Chi. Now I would like to share my screen. Well, then you have see that I already put notes on some places, both in lexical and lexical. Let me start by Sunny. So far, I have heard in this meeting, Sani only make one okay, and then one and repeated word one. So you made 3 only. Me myself, I'm sorry, I didn't call myself. Dian Vivi for the so you mentioned twice, and then twice, repeated word twice. So all of them effect. And then Dini, I think you've done very well on lexical. Somehow you made one only in and one in repeated word. So it is 2. For Neri, you have said so 1, and then for 3. So it's all 4. It is interesting. Pipit is one of my favorite speaker in whole life. And somehow today she made really lot compared to the rest. Maybe because she aced the evaluation 1 and table topic master. So she has a chance to speak a lot of more than the rest. So she loves to say so about 6 times. Maybe she likes Soto so much. And then 3 times. Now 1, okay, 1. And 1, so 12 all of the lexicals. Well, in the non-lexical parts, there's 1 and 2, so 3. Repeated word 3 times and elongated word once. Vivi Amalewati's clean sheet. Somehow she able to manage to avoid all those unnecessaries. So I think, see, I love also use also. So Vivi Amalewati really good at being lawyer, I think. And then finally we have, not yet finally, apparently Sofiana. So for Sofiana, so far I have not like Vivi Amalewati clean sheet. During my years working in this meeting, I cannot find any. It applies also to Isana for the table topic number 9. I cannot find any lexical or non-lexical. So those are my evaluation on A. So you can see that the A in the non-lexical all about 10. So that's why it is called counter. And apparently it is so more than 10. It is 11. So it can be also say so counter. Okay, I think that's all my report. I'll give the control back to Chi. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Master Rendra, for a sweet report for all of us here. So I hope that after we are aware that we use a lot of fillers in our speech, I hope that we can practice at home in front of the mirror and then try to lessen the filler words. And now let's move on to our grammarian, DTM Natalie, and take it over, DTM Natalie.
Thank you, Dini. Can you guys see my screen? Is it
Yes.
already on screen?
Here.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. Oh, so I'm glad to announce that most of you spoke a very good English. I don't want to say a very good English. This is part of my grammar report. An excellent English. And I noticed that many of you have also aware of your own crutches and your own word choices. So it's so interesting for me to listen throughout this entire meeting. Let's start with some interesting phrases that I found. Mr. O, Mr. Online. In Indonesia, Sofiana, we have Roti O. And I thought, what is Roti O? And then Vivi suddenly said, Mr. O is Mr. Online. So I thought it's just a humorous twist. Idea box, which means like, somebody with a lot of idea. Dying of curiosity. So this is a good phrase that means that you are so keen on knowing the answer. As a teacher, we are CSI. So I thought this is pretty humorous as well. We are crime scene investigator. I noticed somebody wrote it in the chat box, YOLO, you only live once, which is a pretty common phrase. And then somebody add solo, seek only love one. I was like, okay, this is pretty interesting. An abrupt ending, which means it ended in a sudden manner that is a little bit unpleasant for the audience. So it abrupt has a meaning of saying something suddenly finished, but it left like an unpleasant feeling. So I think this is a great way to use it. Now, most of you also spoke not just in a level of a good command of English, but also incorporated rhetorical devices. What I could notice tonight is simile. Simile is when you're comparing something and using the keyword like. Finding speech topics is like building a bridge. So you're comparing A to B and use the word like in the middle. So you're comparing finding speech topic and then building a bridge. I want to enjoy my life like Bruno Mars's song. So comparing something. An often asked question will be, what is the difference between simile and metaphor? So the difference is the use of the word like. So in metaphor, there is no like. So you just say, it is what it is. For example, oh, Dini's general evaluation is like a bolt of lightning. That will be simile. It's like. Dini's GE report is a bolt of lightning. That is metaphor. So that's just an example. Personification. Oh, my brain was tired. You can't really see the brain, and the brain cannot speak that it is tired. But when you say my brain is tired, you give the brain a persona as if it is alive. So it's a great way to use in your speech and makes it more engaging. Vividness, like bombarded with work. So when the speaker said, I was bombarded with work, I suddenly pictured in my mind, like, choom, 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 the work suddenly coming from many different directions. So it was like a vivid imagery. Now, how can we improve this? There's only a few of them. Let me narrow in my office. You can unmute yourself and correct this. The context is she's trying to say from a bigger perspective to a smaller example in her office. Anyone?
Narrow down. Oh, I don't know.
Yep. I think the better way to phrase that is, let me narrow it down to my office. Never give it up.
Never give up.
Never
Correct.
give up.
Yeah. The it in it made it awkward because never give it up. So I should not give it up, or I should not give up. So never give up means that you're going to work hard and not and persevere. Never give it up means that you are never going to give that thing up. I cooking.
I cook.
I
cook.
cook.
I am
I-
cooking.
I am cooking.
I am
I
cooking.
cook.
I cook. I was cooking. So it depends on the context, but the context was she was trying to say when she cook. So I cook.
I cook.
Generally, when you're telling a story, use past tense because everything that you told is already happened in the past. A perseverance person. I don't know if this is a slip of tongue.
A persevere person. It's funny because persevere is a verb.
Exactly. So I thought this is, you should change the adjective. A gritty person might be better. a hardworking
NT.
person. A
Or
determined,
a perseverant with MT probably.
yes, a perseverant person could be. I also noticed some pronunciation that can be improved. Can you unmute yourself and pronounce this word?
Certain.
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 Certain. So the TAIN is like TN. Certain.
Certain.
Certain. Okay. Next.
Paper.
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 Correct. So the A from paper is not paper, paper. So there's like a lilt in it. Paper.
Tired.
Tired.
Next. Okay. So this is not tired, not tired, but tired.
Tired.
Tired. Last.
Give. Investigate.
Mhm.
Investigate.
Investigate.
Yeah.
So
The tips in here to make you sound like a native is when you encounter any word with B, pronounce it like our B.
invest.
B. Like in Indonesia, we say B, right? Give, investigate. So it's more,
Yeah.
it sounds more like native instead of like give,
Keep.
investigate. That's like F, not V. So gift, investigate, you know, in like investigate. For Indonesian, it's a little bit hard. So I usually, one of my tips is to see the B as a B. Next, Natalie, favorite phrase and word of the day. There are plenty of happiness when the boss is not around. I totally relate to this because I was the boss. So my employees are happy when I'm not there. And when I have a boss and there, I'm also happy when he or she is not here. We human only have 2 hands and 1 head. Yeah, that's simple but deep. It's an app reminder. It's okay if we don't have goals. I think this is in terms of the context, it was pretty interesting because it summarized the entire story in 1 sentence. Go slow and enjoy the life. A good reminder as well. And we cannot change others, of course. And how about the word of the day, psyche? Of course, nobody used it except the grammarian. So our Vice President of Education, we might be better to pick out a word that is not too uncommon, that a lot of people are afraid of using it. So let's pick a word that is pretty easy to use, even though it's uncommon. That's all from me. Back to you, Dini.
All right, so that's a very comprehensive report by our grammarian. All right, so now before we go to my own report, let me invite the ballot counter to cast the poll.
I think only table topic, yeah.
Yes, only table topics.
Okay. Okay, guys, can you see the poll? Is it 19 March or 2nd April?
2nd
Yeah.
April.
Yes.
2nd April.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, 2nd April.
Okay. So the good news is all of the. Yes.
Co-host can chat personally to Seni.
Yeah. For co-hosts like
And then
Marendra.
while waiting, I think Dini can continue with GE report.
Okay. All right. So don't forget to give your vote so that we can get the favorite speaker for tonight. And with that, I would like to continue with my own report. Wait a minute. Can I share my screen, right? Okay, so here it is. So in our meeting tonight, Actually, I'm so happy despite only a few of us are here, but I'm so happy with the quality of the meeting. We had so much fun, and then I learned a lot from all the speakers, sincerely. And so what's good about this meeting? I always love Bhinneka online meeting because it's friendly, heartwarming, and welcoming. So whenever the visiting Toastmasters or probably the guests come to this meeting, we will feel so welcomed by all the members, and then the ambience is friendly and heartwarming. That's why we can enjoy the rest of the meeting with a lighter heart. And then next one, I think this is one of plus point of Bhinneka's online meeting is the introduction of club's core values. So not only the Toastmasters core values, but the club here has the core value as well. And then it reminds all the members to look back and then to remember again. So what's the point of visiting the club's meeting, and then what is the purpose of joining the activity of in Toastmaster, especially in this club, by having this club core values right in the beginning of the meeting. So it is to remind all the members what is all the purpose of being here, and that's very great. Probably the only room for improvement is to start on the dot. I think that's the only suggestion for tonight's meeting, because overall, I just enjoyed this meeting so much. Next to the Tom. Yeah, I love our Tom for today because she has, clear command in every session, and then she is very constructed. I know that she has prepared a lot for this meeting. And then, yeah, we can see that she really paid attention to every item of the agenda. And then good job, because sometimes it's not easy to stay in line, to stay focused on the agenda. Sometimes we get distracted, or sometimes we are lost somewhere, and then we forget some items in the agenda. But you did very great job this semester, Dian Fifi. And then probably one thing to work on is to lead the meeting with a story flow, since we are talking about personality. I was expecting that I got the result actually. Oh, okay, so it stopped, and then after some time we know the answer of the introduction that Toastmaster Dian Fifi gave to us in the beginning. And then I was expecting that this theme of tonight, our meeting tonight, can be used as a story in our meeting. So you can start with something, probably a fact or something with, clicked, a fact or probably anecdote or picture, not only the quiz in the beginning, so that you can have a good flow of story throughout the meeting. And when you probably try to give a comment to the speaker, you can also relate to the topic as well, so that it will be like in one line throughout the meeting. Next one is our counter. I love how he gave detailed report the findings very briefly. And then probably two things to work on is first summarize the most spoken fillers. So you can just highlight. Probably you can just give 3 most spoken Scratches words, and then 3 most spoken the verbal or non-verbal, lexical and the non-lexical fillers. And also don't forget to share tips on how to avoid fillers after your report, so that all of us here can also learn how to avoid from your perspective. Is it to slow down our speech or to give some time before we speak? So any tips will be helpful for everyone here. because we want to learn from you as an accountant. And next is the grammarian. I enjoy your report very much because it was very detailed and then comprehensive, and then you give such an on-point evaluation. So it's very brief, but we get a lot from this report. Probably one thing to work on is just to give appreciation. So you can give the name who used this excellent English usage so that they will feel like appreciated. Oh yes, probably my sentence is good enough, and then they will be uplifted and motivated to learn more about English. And now timer. Yeah, I love how Toastmaster Nettie gave a quick and then timely timing report. And then you also display the background change during the introduction so that we know exactly at which time we need to be aware of your background change. And then the next one is probably only 2 recommendations for you as a timer in the future is to make use of the raise hand feature so that whenever the speaker would like to deliver their speech, probably they are to focus to the camera without looking at the bar or the screen. So you can use this feature so you will appear at the corner of the screen. And then it will be easy for the speakers to find you. And the next one is, I know that probably the job of a timer is to time and then give the report. And I hope that you can also use this opportunity to speak, to practice your speaking by giving verbal report as well. So next time, probably although we only have 1 speaker, so let the timer speak as well, give the verbal report, because it is your shining moment to practice your speaking, right? Now let's move on to the topics master. I have no words actually. There are 3 things that I love from your session, DTMPPIT, because you had clear and concise intro to the session, and that's very great. And then you provided profound topics and a fun game related to the topic, and then that's very great. You know, it's not too hard to digest and it's fun. So we can enjoy our night today by having fun games and also practice our impromptu speaking. And then you also gave relevant responses every speaker, and that's very great. It means that you have a great active listening skills. Probably only one thing that you can work on later, because we would like to have the vote for the favorite speakers for all table topics speakers. Probably you can summarize all speakers' speech highlight, like what is the message of each speaker's speech, so that all the participants here can remember again and then recall their memories. Okay, so they talk about this, and then who talks about this topic, and then this topic, and then they will know who to vote, right? And then the evaluator is, again, DTMPP. I noticed that you are an avid observant because you pay attention to detail, even those who give reactions to your speaker, and that's very great. And then I noticed that you also gave positive and practical feedbacks to the speaker, and then it will somehow uplift and then motivate the speaker to be better. And then what I also love from your evaluation is that you told the speaker what are the impacts from your recommendation to the audience. And then I think it is one of the best method in evaluation, because sometimes we just know, okay, we should do this and then don't do this, but we don't know why we should do this. So, and then you give her why she needs to do that recommendation. Probably only one suggestion, time management, but I know it is also my weakness as well. So I hope that we can work on this together. The last one is the table topic speakers. If I can wrap up everything because you delivered such a great story and then your ideas is very amazing in my opinion. So yeah, the first thing that I noticed from all speakers, most of you used personal story. And then I think this is one of powerful tools in public speaking, using personal story, giving a solid examples so that people can relate to us. Probably only one thing to work on, since I know that in impromptu speaking, we have no preparation, we have no time to, practice. So sometimes we lost our vocal variety and then we tend to speak in monotonous tone. So I hope that everyone can learn how to, enhance or highlight the vocal variety in their speech, even though it is an impromptu speech. By doing what? So you can also practice having conversation in English with your partners. So you can have a friend and then talk in English. And I know that it will be, sometimes it will be a hassle for us to find people or partners to speak English, but by having real conversation and then practice to, delivering thoughts to our friends, and then we can gain that confidence, and then we are getting, used to it. So we can practice, we can have the vocal variety naturally. So that would be my suggestion for all the participants here. Anyway, this will be my last words to end my evaluation. So know a great man without perseverance. So I hope that from all evaluation tonight, it will give you motivation to do better, to persevere, and then we know that feeding ourselves with knowledge so that we can fulfill our desire to go beyond. That's all. Back to you, our Tom.
Thank you very much, our Madam G.E. Dini, for detailed informations and suggestions. Now, photo sessions. Fanny?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
here.
Please everyone to open your camera.
Yeah, okay, it's perfect. Okay, for the first pose, normal pose, beautiful smile pose, okay? In 3, 2, 1. Okay, hold on, let me check. Hold on. Okay, all of us are beautiful, except Rendra.
Yeah, I'm okay with beautiful word.
Okay. Okay, the second one is how about
He is the most handsome in this video.
the second pose, how about we take a pose which is represent our personality.
Personality?
Yeah. Can you? Oh, okay. Try your best, okay? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. And back to the Tom.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sani. Thank you, everyone, fellow Toastmaster and guests who participated in our meeting. We hope you will come and join our meeting with the same time, same day, and the same link. Now, I return to contract to our president, Toastmaster Marendra Dika. Oh yeah, for the ballot result, Sani?
That's true.
Yes,
Sani
we have
just down it.
the result.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, let me launch.
while waiting for Sandy, I would like to apologize everyone. The meeting is late because of me. So the table topic session was too long.
That's no problem.
Usually we're on time.
No problem. Take it easy.
Okay, you guys see my screen now?
Visible.
Yes.
Visible. Okay, let's start from the session that we have the participant the most. Okay. Our favorite table topics, best table topic speaker for today is, drum roll, Master Sofiana Chua.
Congratulations, Sofiana.
Natalie, do you mind
Photo,
to help me
photo.
with the picture?
Yes, of course, madam. I'm at your service. Hang on. Let me pin Sofiana. And because I'm OCD, I'll make it 50-50. Okay, Sofiana, 3, 2, 1. One more time to make sure we have it. 1, 2, 3. Awesome.
All right. And
Congrats.
yeah. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Natalie. And we have the only one speaker, but she is in the timing duration of speaking. So congratulations, the only speaker today, Toastmaster Vivi Amaliawati.
Congratulations, Vivi.
Congrats, Fifi. Hang on, where is Fifi? Okay, I found you, Fifi. Okay, Fifi. 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Done.
Thank you.
Okay, that's all for the awards. The distinguished Toastmaster Vivi, sorry, yeah, because you are over time. Okay. Okay, and I will give the control back to our beautiful president, Toastmaster Marendra.
The most handsome.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Sunny. Thank you, everyone who involved in this meeting. You make these meetings much more funnier, happier, and amazing. Now, as a president of this club, I'm happy to see this club is growing. So it is our all responsibility to bring our family, our friends, our member, our colleagues all together in this club for future meetings. It is open and remain open and always open. If you have somehow manage your minds to join, just join this club. And this club is open to every person in the multiverses. So yes, I have noted that we have Sofia Chua, we have Neti, and we have Isana Eska Widya. I, myself, and this club will get some inputs from you. I will be starting with the champions of the table topic sessions. Sofia Chua, please introduce yourself and give me inputs according this online club. And if you may, maybe give a tips so this club can be even better. Sofia Chua, time is yours.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me to this to your meeting. It's my first time attending your meeting. In fact, I've heard a lot about your meeting and how the word that comes to my mind is variety. So someone has, a few people has mentioned that, try and visit Bhinneka. It's got variety there. And I think today did not disappoint. So I'm very pleased to be here. And I see it's very structured. And I love the way everybody tried their best. And I like the enthusiasm around as well. So I will be back. Thank you.
Yay! Bring back and bring your friends, entire community that you have in your disposal. In your life, of course. Thank you, Sofia Chua. I went there in Brunei Darussalam with Pipit back time. I forgot in which years when I was there with Pipit in Brunei, small city. It's hard to find a 21 Cineplex. And apparently I know every home has Cineplex in it. So that's amazing in Brunei Darussalam. So everyone seems to be very happy persons there. So I do enjoy traveling in Brunei Darussalam back then. Now I'd like to get in the inputs from Natty. Natty, you still can give us Bhinneka Toastmasters inputs that you think can make our club even much better. Natty, time is yours.
Maybe not input, but I would like to give appreciation. Even though the participant is not too many, but I learned many things from this meeting. So many good inputs, many lessons that I just knew from this meeting. So it's a wonderful meeting. Thank you for let me joining this meeting tonight.
Okay, Natty. As I mentioned to Sophia Chua, just did. You can also invite and bring your friends, your best friends to these clubs and make it even much better. Complete the ingredients. The more ingredients we have for this club, I think it's more delicious. These clubs, not delicious to me, to EXCO, but also to entire community that involved in whole spectrum of multiverses. Now I would like to invite the third, Iksana Eska Widya. You may turn on your video if you may, and please give inputs or comments regarding our online meeting. Sarah, time is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rendra. I think this is my first time join Bhinneka online meeting, and I really love about the meeting since every members is very warm and welcoming the visiting Toastmaster, and I got so many lessons during this meeting tonight. Thank you.
Where are you from, Isana? If I may know.
I'm from Malang, but I live in Jakarta.
Okay, my mom is now staying at Malang, and my home is somewhere there in Brunei. Bintaro Sector 9. What shall I say? I still say Bintaro, but how come?
Lose focus, bro. Lose
Oh
focus.
my God. I already stuck somewhere there, you know, in Brunei. The good memory always remain. The good memory always remain. So yes, my headquarters there in Jakarta, in Sleepy area. And I come from East Java. It's the same with you. So I'm happy with you, Isana, to be here with us. As I mentioned earlier, you can always bring your friends, your family, everyone that love in speaking English, not only speaking, but also how to learn English in a public speaking ways. Today is the world of Zoom or online, because somehow we have to meet with other peoples across the globes. If you have to speak with somebody in the United States or United Kingdoms or New Zealand, it is maybe Yun is one of the way, and online is one of the way how to communicate good with them. So it is good places to learn how to engage in communications in a professional levels or amazing levels, as you may say. And this is the place to learn. We learn together, ups and downs, we enjoy. And I am, as a president, very happy to have 3 of you from entire places, Isana, Natty, and Sofiana. Bring all your relatives here, friends, colleagues, peers, partners. It is all open. It's all open not only to you, to all the mankind's or creatures in the multiverses levels.
Yes, are you, Rendra?
Yes,
Close.
I think I can now finally ensure to you that our club, our meeting officially adjourned. Give a knock 3 times. Knock, knock, knock. So I've done my
Who is
part.
there? Okay, see you 30th of April, yeah.
Yes, hope to see you there in the next meeting.
Thank you,
We'll be informed.
everyone.
Bye.
See you.
Remember,
Bye.
Good night.